Alrighty, hello folks. Welcome to a Plasma stream. Oh boy, we're playing Plasma. Hello, Yorit. M. Reaper. I never know how to pronounce your name. Is it M. Reaper or M. Reaper? Hello, Meme Games. Murder Sheep. TLSWT. It's something... Wait, what? Something that I can't pronounce in phonetics? It looks like you just typed lefa. Like a you misspelled leaf. Hello, Samuel Reed. So, if you've seen some of my stuff before, I think it's in a live stream where I tried to do... Let's pull it out. This, like, sort of colored tile thing. Where is it? This thing that's super laggy in my game. Oh my god, please don't crash. Okay. So yeah, the basic concept of this, well, you know what, maybe I should pull out the single version instead of lagging my game. I think that would be much smarter to do. Where is it? This one. Okay, so the concept is a color-changing floor tile. You know what, we can... There you go, make sure that doesn't go through the ground or anything. And it's basically based on the player's distance, it'll change the hue that it's on. And that sort of works. The way that I did this one is way overly complicated for a single floor tile. But basically I'm just taking the value of the player's distance, doing some stuff to make it a number between 0 and 360, which is hues of color. And then all of this, literally all of this, is just to change that one number into RGB components. Yeah. So if anyone has ever, like, worked with coding or coloring or whatever, you know, you can do things like RGB or HSV. And there isn't a color composer that takes hue saturation values, so that's what all of this is for. Anyway, it ends up being, like, very, very laggy when I do so many of them, because it's doing way too many things. It does work, like I intended, except for, like, the occasional blip of the wrong color. Yeah, but it does actually work exactly like intended, just super very laggy. So then... I think I tried it another way. Let's pull that out. Where was that one? Jeez, I built so many things already. Where was that one? I think it was this one? Maybe this one. Attempt 2, even though it says 3 in the name. Okay. Alright. I think it's this one. Yeah, so this one I have only 2 tiles working, but the concept was to, you know, instead of making a single module like this, if you actually look at this, maybe I push it down, there you go. You actually see the GPS and controller are underneath the floor tile, so that's what's like making it super laggy. There's so many GPS and so many controllers, each doing their own thing. So the concept was, I'll take one controller and one GPS and make that color all of the tiles. I only went up to 2 here, because I noticed it's still pretty complicated. But it's actually doing the same thing in a different way, where I'm taking the GPS tracker, just the position of like the center tile, and I'm just doing I gotta split apart like the XYZ positions and stuff, but it's just a simple distance formula to choose a hue. And the reason why I went with the XYZ positions instead of just player distance is because if I'm going to be programming other tiles, I need to get like the offset of that tile. So like there's the center tile, which you can sort of, imagine on a grid is 0.00. So then this one would be -1, 0. This one would be +1, 0. 2, 0. 3, 0, 4, 0. So I have to like make a grid of floor tiles that work off of a single GPS. So that's why I'm taking the XYZ position, because I can just do like an offset, like -1 on the x-axis. The problem with doing that is I also need a, oops, not this, a directional indicator to actually say if this is offset on the x-axis or the z-axis. Axis? Axis. Which is just like some simple, sine, cosine mathematics. And I think I'm doing that somewhere. I don't know exactly where. But instead of doing a whole, like, HSV to RGB converter thing, I'm just taking that, that same distance value, and one of them, where is it? This one? One of them is sort of doing the same, it's the exact same math as the other one, but the numbers are going from 0 to 60. And this one is going for the entire hue, which is out of 360. So how I'm using that is I have 6 different color mappers just for the different ranges. So there's, red to yellow, yellow to green, green to blue. And I'm basically using one of them to choose, to set the percentage. You see, they're all set at 18.33%. That's how much percent from one color to the other the actual color is going to be. The other one is using which one, like, the other one is just going to be like choosing which one out of the 6 we're actually using, and that's what the selector is for. So you can actually see the red, yellow, green, cyan, blue, pink. If we just go further out a little bit, maybe a little bit more, you'll see that the colors in the selectors are actually 70% of the way there. They're not red, yellow, green, blue anymore. They're more towards the second color. That's the 70%. So all of the 6 payloads are changing all the time, and that's also not a good thing. But the problem with this design is all this right here is one light. It's just one LED floor tile. This is another LED floor tile. So I only have so much space in here, and at maximum I could probably just do like 6, maybe 8 tiles. Maybe if I like really cram everything in there, 10, I don't know. So that's when somebody suggested that I do in Lua programming, and that's where I'm at right now. With I got one of them working. I think it's this one. No description. This is just the test model, and it's a single tile, but it does work perfectly. There's no little blips of incorrect color. There's no blips of incorrect color on this one either, because, I don't know, just the way that I did the selectors differently, I think. But this one also works. Durf, do you know how to do generic car steering? Durf, have you noticed the Scrap Mechanic Challenge music? What do you get? You're going nuts in the chat. Hey Durf, did you see the illegal device in the workshop? I think so. I mean, I could just pull it out. Illegal. I'm subscribed to it already. So I did see it, I just didn't see it. If that makes sense. Wait, Google? Wait, what? Browser? Window opener? I'm guessing this is illegal, yeah, just because you're using programming nodes that are not available to the player. secret nodes. How do you even get them anyway? Did you like copy them off of a tutorial world sketch? I'm guessing that's why it's not all in a single controller. You ripped these controllers off and like modified them. Could definitely do that. Could definitely rip this one off here and say, go to my website. Interesting. Feedback? Oh, okay. Video clip. Biome. Interesting. What would the player actually use this stuff for? Tutorial, video. Maybe I could put my YouTube videos in a device. I don't know. What would be the point of that? So anyway, this version of the color tile thing is just using the Lua function stuff, and it's taking the player position, its own position, and the directional indicator. It's not actually using the directional indicator for now because it's only the center tile 0, 0. But yeah, same as before. I don't plan on using the player distance. I just plan on using the XYZ of stuff. Because I also want to be able to, well, the player distance would also work, but I want to be able to change colors by jumping up and down too. So this is all of the Lua that I did. Oh boy, it's actually not that much. But basically, I'm taking the information for the tile position, the direction from the directional indicator, and the player position. This stuff here is just to like format the information, because it comes in an array like this with the square brackets. I'm basically removing those square brackets from the start and finish and then splitting it up at the commas to get the individual numbers, XYZ. So that's basically all that's happening at the top, just getting the information. Since it's just a single tile, I only did this once, so I'm just I'm calculating the distance with square root over, you know, x1 minus x2 plus y1 minus y2 plus z1 minus z2. And the converting to hue is just as simple as this. Oh well, that's the first part of it anyway. But like you can see the exact same mathematical thing where I'm getting out of 360. This part is exactly what I did in the other build, in the sketch, where it's just out of 60. And then here is the same thing where you see those like 6 different color mappers. That's basically what's going on right here. You know, just choosing out of 6 different possible hue ranges. And it's actually like really simple to do, but I'm basically just outputting the RGB color like this in its own array or table or whatever you want to call it in Lua. I don't know. But yeah, just RGB for 1, 2, 3. And that goes into vector decomposer, so I get the individual things to put into RGB. I suppose I could have like also done output 1, 2, 3 for RGB. And then, you know, I wouldn't need the vector decomposer at all. But that's not the point of this build entirely, since I want to have more and more tiles. Lots of tiles. So that's where I am at right now with, wait, where is it? This one. This one. You can see I started adding more tiles. And it does work. It's also a little bit laggy. But that's because it's already doing the math for the entire grid of floor tiles, even though I don't have that many LEDs. So that's basically what I'm going to be working on today, is sort of trying to finish this off. Durf, how do generic car steering, and how would I do switching between tank and standard steering? I suppose I could show you how to do that too. But different from this one, where I'm just using a Lua function. I tried giving a Lua program a chance, and it actually ends up being much cleaner, I think, because I can just define a function to change HSV to RGB given a single number, because I don't need saturation and value. I'm just assuming those are full value anyway. I'm just going rainbow tiles, so this entire thing is literally takes a single number, outputs RGB value. This point transformation thing, it's I mean, it's very small. How do I explain what it's doing? I have just a distance function, very simple distance function, but this is like the reason why. Okay, how do I explain what that's doing? It's what I sort of explained earlier, how you can actually see I named my LED tiles, like the coordinates, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, negative 1, 0, negative 2, 0. So those are offsets from the center. The problem with getting all of this in a single program, I have to use the directional indicator to say if that's on the X or Z axis. So if I pick this up, pick this up, pick this up, and like rotate it like this, all of a sudden that 1, 0 is on the X axis, and if I pick it up and rotate it like this, all of a sudden it's on the Z axis. Not that that really matters, but because like it doesn't really matter, especially since the player didn't move. But if jeez, it all okay. It's because I'm using the player's position XYZ and not just simply distance. So if the player's position is moving on the X-axis or the Z-axis, I need those tiles to be aware of which axis they're on further from the center. So you know what? Actually, maybe I can just show you. I think I still have the calculator thing that I did to sort of figure this out. One sec. We're gonna get really nerdy here. Where is it? Okay, please don't crash my computer. Okay. I'm sure some of you guys know what Desmos is. It's just a graphing calculator. So, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Most of it, you know what? I could also just share this calculator thing if you want to play around with it. But, it really is just the first first 7 things to play around with. Everything down below is just more or less to display stuff. Doesn't really matter. So, you know, I could just click play here and sort of show you what's happening. Please don't crash my computer. But basically, you know, if you remember the floor tiles, 0, 0 is the center. So I'm just doing sort of like a bunch of math to understand how the other tiles around the center tile are rotating. So then the blue point, we can actually just move it around. The blue point represents the player. And no matter where the player is relative to 0, 0, I'm doing the math to calculate the blue line and the green line, which are distances to whatever tile it is. So let's stop this for a second. Bring that back to 0. So assuming that everything is like lined up perfectly straight, the green dot is at 3, 2. And that's like that's representing my hypothetical floor tile at x3, y2, right? But I can move this around all kinds of places. Just get it to 4. Any coordinate, and you can also see that circle like growing and shrinking stuff. So this is just sort of like, you know, I'll always be able to do the math to calculate the length of that green line based on wherever the player is, wherever any tile offset is. And then I'm using the directional indicator to actually rotate the points around the 0, 0 tile. And that changes the distance function and everything like that. So, we can just get rid of this now, I think. Just... yeah, whatever. So yeah, that's what's happening with this when I, you know, pick it up and rotate it. And I'm basically just using... maybe I just go back into it and show you. So that's what this thing does. The points transformation. I basically take the tile offset, which is either going to be, you know, 1, 0, 2, 0. It's just the XY is the tile position from the center. And then I'm also getting the direction. The like the directional indicator. So you just get the tile position from the center and the direction, and then you just do a little bit of math to get the new, quote unquote, the new tile position, which is just the rotated position. Then from that, I use the distance formula on the new position to just get the number that I'm actually going to be using for calculating the hue of the tile. So anyway, the function doIt is the thing that actually does everything, right? So same as before, it just gets the information from the GPS and directional indicator. Now we're doing floor, which is a table of a table. It's a matrix. So we're already calculating from -5 to 5. Those are all just coordinates. So if you just imagine a grid that goes from -5 to 5 on the X and Y axis. That's basically all that we're doing. We get the points using that point transformation function. We just get the the true position of the tiles, and then for the floor XY grid, we do the color based on the distance of the point. Yeah. But here you can just sort of see I'm outputting already 7 tiles. So you can just see I just referenced them. Floor at 0, 0, output tile, you know, output on the port 1. Or floor, this is actually 1, 0. My XY is inverted. I could do it the other way, but it doesn't really matter. So floor 1, 0 or 0, 1, I just output the color of that tile. So it's actually much simpler to do it this way, even though it looks a lot more complicated. But it ends up being simpler because you can just refer to a floor tile, its position. The problem that I'm having now is I have to use up so many outputs and basically do the vector decomposer to get the XYZ, to put it into RGB, to set it up to some LEDs. And that's what you can see in the background there. These are the physical LEDs represented in my code. So it does actually work, sort of. It's actually not working like it was. It's not working like it used to. What the heck? Hold on a second. Let me just reset that. No, okay, it's working. I'm not sure about those vertical ones. Let's see if I go like this. Oh, you know what? I probably have to invert one of the axes. Because yeah. I mean, the distance thing works just fine if I'm just going up and down on it. You can see it's doing that rainbow thing. Just like the other one was. And this, I think, is actually... what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is already bigger than that other one. Mathematically, anyway. Yeah, I still just have to, like, actually put down the physical LEDs. But it's already doing the math for the entire floorboard. And it's less laggy than this one, which is a good thing. It's still hitting my frames a little bit. I'm just trying to look. Did I get this wrong? There's something about this that, if I move this way, yeah, you can see, okay, you can see the row of rainbow color, like, moving towards me or moving away from me, depending on how you look at it. So this axis works just fine. If I pick it up and rotate it, yeah, it does the same thing. This row, yeah, it works just fine. If I'm going diagonal, I don't know if that's working like it should. I'm thinking I might have to invert the y-axis or z-axis, whatever you call this, the vertical axis of my floor tiles. So I guess the question now is, you guys want to see me try to finish this off? Because I'm basically, I mean, I sort of went through how this works, but instead of doing this, basically I want to put, so okay, so if you don't know what a matrix is or whatever, it's basically an array of values that in itself is in an array of values. You can just see floor x at y gives a value, so you can do that's what allows me to do this floor at 0 0 0 1 1 0. There's basically just a grid of stuff. What I want to do is make a three-dimensional matrix where I'm basically just outputting out of a single port. So I'm not doing all of these connections, but then I'm going to have to, what is it? Do some of, probably this one? Text array? Or number array? It's gotta be text array, because it's outputting an array, or whatever. So basically one of these, but it can only do 8 at a time, instead of, what is it, 11 by 11? 121 tiles? So I'm gonna need a bunch of these. I actually can't do it out of a single output. Wait, can I even do that? 8 times 8 outputs is 64. What? I'm limited to 64 tiles. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I might have to do a 4th dimensional matrix just to cram so much information into that, and then like combine chain two of these together to split apart the information, to put into XYZ RGB stuff. There's so many, oh my god, so many LEDs. But yeah, do you guys want to see me finish this, or I could answer some of your questions, like building the car for CG8379 Gaming. How do you do like regular car steering and tank steering and switch between the two? You guys let me know in the chat. I gotta go pee-pee. Super quick. Okay, I'm back. Don't worry, I'm almost done making a LED floor. Wait, what? You are? If you're worried about direction, why not use a motor to rotate the direction sensor? Huh? That doesn't make sense to me, because I'm gonna have to use the information from the direction sensor anyway. So why put a motor on it? Can you set sketch variables in Lua? That might be a problem. I think you can. I haven't actually played around with that, but I think you can. I think you can at least, like, refer to them in Lua. Is this thing already giving an error? Why? How? Uh-oh, what's line 24? How is it a nil value? I'm sure that's a fake error. But I already reset this. How is it a fake error? What are you doing? How is there an error? Why is there an error? What? Well, gosh darn it. How would I be able to tell which one? What is the nil value? Is it just because I'm putting in zeros? What the heck? 0 times math.pi, whatever, should just be 0. The xy should just be 0. What? What is a nil value? This is only calling numbers. And the direction. Could it be because the direction doesn't exist? Before the script, like, it's not ready to actually do the math? Maybe it's just a temporary error, like, exactly when I start it up. But then it works just fine afterwards. I don't know. Yes, and I'm done. I'm gonna publish it now. It's called LED Floor for Durf. What? You already did it? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. LED Floor for Durf. Huh? How is so much stuff popping up, but, like, not the thing? Maybe just search Durf. Oh, there we go. Wow, LED floor. Alright, alright. Oh. Oh, you're telling me to, like, copy-paste this. Well, they're not named. They're not named LED stuff. Yeah, there's no controller on this. I thought you were building the same thing. Took you a while to make all the LEDs, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry you did that. Because I want, for my own sake, when I'm actually working on this, that's why I named all of the LEDs, like, specific names, like this, so that I pull them out, lay them out on the grid like that. So yeah, basically, when I'm doing this, I duplicate like this a bunch of times. And this is 0, 1, so then this is like this. 1, 1, not a comma. 2, 1. 3, 1. Right, and that's working on the grid. The full grid that I have here. So then when I come back into here, I have the spots ready for them and I know exactly where to put them. There's 1, 1. There's 2, 1. There's 3, 1. Alright, I'll name them. I don't really have anything to do anyway. Okay. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll figure out a way to put it on top of this. get rid of all my LEDs. The problem is that I also have my GPS tracker in the center underneath this LED. But I suppose I could just get rid of all the LEDs and stick a cube on top and then put the floor that you build on top of that cube. As long as the center tile is centered on that GPS tracker, it's gonna work just fine. I was also planning on cramming a directional indicator under there and the controller itself under there. So, but it's fine. If it's something like this, then I can just stick. Oh god. Just pretend this is in the center after I've removed my my thing, my LEDs. I could just put it on the thing there, like that, and it should work just fine. Yeah. And then if I really need to, I can like rotate it. Because yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go plopping down a bunch of named LEDs. I need my XY grid to be XY. But whatever, I'll just get rid of all this stuff for now. Because I think you guys want to see that car thing, and it's much simpler for my brain to deal with anyway. Let's get this, stick it on here. So far, this is the biggest working copy of what it is. The one that I just deleted is actually the best working copy. I just don't have the LEDs to connect up to it, and I also got to get all of the information out of the script. This is just a debug thing so that I can see, like if the GPS stuff and the directional indicator are actually doing what I think they're doing. It's just some debug stuff, not important. It works exactly like the grid on the graphing calculator that you saw earlier. Alright. Car thing. Let's take my tank and modify it to be a car. Guys, that already has the tank stuff set up and ready to go. Which one is which? Tank sketch 2? I'm probably gonna have to delete a bunch of stuff. Well, you know what? We'll leave that there. You can press Y to do duplicate to something? You mean like in the programming? Yeah. Alright, a bunch of motors. Wait, how did I get more on the left side and on the right side? Oh, never mind. I did get equal amounts on both sides. Anything else? Anything else? Okay, this stuff you can just shrink. Not important. This stuff. Nope, that's the wrong way. There we go. Okay. Okay. So this is gonna be just a working tank already. I didn't really do much to it. Right? Oops. Yeah, that's working tank steering. Ready to go. Now let's add the car steering to this. Although I guess you're probably building it from scratch. You probably don't want to be working from a tank build. We can actually just get rid of the middle stuff too. Make it look more like a car. Hey Durf, was you in robotics as a kid? Nope. I was not. Alright, so 4 wheels. Now, I guess... I mean, you're gonna have to watch my tank building video to see how I did this, but this is just a simple setup for a wheel that doesn't have steering. So basically all that we gotta do is just add steering to this, which isn't really that difficult. Let's take, no, not an LED. We can do it a few different ways. We can use a single axis joint or a servo. I think using a servo is a lot closer to building stuff in scrap mechanic. You just think of it like a bearing on a controller, right? You just slap it down like this, and then you would have to build on that to like go a certain way that you want. But we don't actually have to do that, and I think it's a little bit simpler if we just sort of take this, stick it right here for now, and we just put the single axis joint right on that cube that's there, in between the motor that spins. That's probably one of the better things about this game. You don't have to... You can put things on anything else, right? Unlike scrap mechanic. And also make sure it bends the right way that you want. We can also shrink it. I mean, it doesn't matter if you shrink it or not. Things on the same build just go through each other. And then we just take this spinning motor and stick it on that. Bada bing, bada boom, we gave that car steering. So it's exactly the same setup as a wheel that doesn't have steering, like you would think in scrap mechanic, where you just, you know, block, suspension, block, motor. Yeah, just in between the block and the motor, I'm just putting one of those single axis joints in there. For steering. For steering. And make sure it's rotated. Rotate it this way. I don't know yet which way is positive and negative 90 degrees. That's what these single axis joints do. They rotate just between positive and negative 90. The servo on this, for example, like you would stick the servo on the suspension, and then the block goes on top of the servo with the wheel and motor attached, like this way. And this gives you more than 180 degrees of rotation. You can do 360 or just keep on going whatever way you want. I don't know, maybe you prefer the servo, doesn't really matter. Rotating it the other way is reversing it. Yeah, that's what I want. I want it reversed because this side is the left side and that side's the right side. Wait, is that the way that I want it? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Basically, I'm just gonna send a positive or negative direction, and I gotta look at which one, because like I don't know which way is which yet, right? If I send in a positive number, I don't know which way is which, so whichever one is the incorrect one, I just gotta flip that one. Okay, now back into the programming. Let's... Oh yeah, that's right, I got rid of more motors. There's only 4 wheels this time. Let's also do... Actually, let's get out of here. There's probably a programmatic way of doing what I'm about to do, but I'm gonna go mechanical. Wait, not mechanical. Behavioral. Where is the switch? You know, you could also just do a slider. Well, we'll, I guess, get onto that a little bit later, I guess. Just put a switch there. So that's just going to be on or off. Power switch. Is it on by default? I guess so, right? How do I test that? I suppose I'll use my favorite thing, an LCD, to just see what it's doing. I do this all the time. All the time, just plop down an LCD. They're both just gonna say on or off, right? Boolean. Boolean. So if it's on, it's gonna send out true. If it's off, it's gonna send out false. Yeah, it starts off on. Alright. So back to it. State. How do I controls the on-off state of the power switch? I was thinking, could you not just press a button to change the state? Is that not something that you could do? It's true right now. Never really done this before. I can't see a darn thing from over here. Okay, pressing the button turns it off. Doesn't turn it back on again. Uh-oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? No, 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 no. What are you doing? Stop! Stop! Did I exit the seat? The docking station while pressing something? I have no idea what that was. Alright. So how do I get, there's gotta be a flip-flop? Flips between two outputs. Whenever you press the button, you flip. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you choose, right? But Boolean? Really, there's something inside me that just wants to use numbers 1 and 2. Alright, so you just need one of these. There you go, just flip between on and off. So I'm just going to be using a switch, this power switch. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to use a power switch. You could just use this flip-flop to do what I'm about to do, but whatever. In case you want to trigger this like manually by pointing and clicking instead of pressing the button 1, I'm using a power... Okay, we'll get to it a little bit later, I guess, but you can use either of these to do the math that switches between tank and car steering. Yeah, let's just first test it out. Let me in. There you go. Pressing the button to flip a switch. No, don't. Why are you doing this? Stop. Just get back over here. Okay, I'm not pressing anything. Not pressing anything. Not pressing anything. Alright, I think... Jeez, I think a way to fix that is to use docked or undocked as a multiplier in everything so that it does not drive if I'm undocked. Like, multiply by 0. I'm not gonna do that, though. Oh my gosh. So I could theoretically make tank steering with servos? Yeah, I guess you could. But I'm just... Well, that's not what you want, though. To make it with servos, you're gonna have to do with, You're gonna have to, like, continuously add which degree you want it to be rotated to. That's why I'm using motors. You just tell it spin forward or spin reverse. Motors and servos are sort of the exact same thing. They're just kind of like bearings in scrap mechanic. Alright, let's get those single axis joints out here. Target rotation. Move this out here. Move this down. I don't know, I'm just trying to clear space. Really, it's for my brain. I don't think I actually needed that much space. Okay, target rotation. Rotation. What is this anyway? What is this doing? Just adding them together and then subtracting them together? I think this was the left side. Which one? Uh-oh, which one's 1 and 2? I think 2 is the left side and 1 was the right. I gotta go check that. Yeah, 2 is the left side. Alright. So this is just gonna be a combination of the forward and back. And the negative value of the left and right turn to spin those wheels. You know, maybe I could just do it much simpler and just put a giant switch before any of this stuff. Like before it goes to any of the motors. It really doesn't matter how I do it. There's so many different ways to do the same thing. I'm just sort of like flip-flopping which way I'm going to do it in my head. I think the way that I'm going to do it is just a simple multiplier. So let's just work on the tank steering. I mean the car steering. Which these just send out numbers. It doesn't really matter. What's the angle that we want these wheels to rotate by? Maybe like 30 degrees? Math expressions, my favorite node. So every time we get a left button pressed or released, I mean, I could just do it every tick. Doesn't really matter. But I think doing it this way, or the right buttons pressed or release. I guess left and right doesn't matter. I only need one of these. Anyway, I think when you hook it up like this way to evaluate stuff, it's whenever these values are updated that it evaluates. So if you're just sitting there not doing anything, it's also not doing anything, which is better for how it runs. Doing it like this, how I did every tick, is less good. Less good? Worse. I can English. Shush. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. You know, the way that I'm gonna do this too is also probably complicated. So left is just gonna be V1. Right. Wait. What am I doing? Yeah, no, okay, left is V1, right is V2. We can just combine them together like this. So if you're pressing both of them, they cancel each other out. It's really the exact same thing as this one, is it not? Which means I don't need this at all. But for the sake of trying to teach you how to do this, I'll leave it there. Because, yeah, you're gonna have to see, like, the entire... I want to show you the entire tank steering system and the car steering system before putting a switch between all the motors to, you know, for the switch, the flip-flop here, to choose which one you're actually using. So, what I want to do with this, what I want to do with this is whatever this value is out of 500, we're going to times it by the steering angle, which is 30. So the dividing by 500 is just like 500 out of 500 is 1, and negative 500 out of 500 is negative 1. Or it's, you know, the value is going to be 0. So that's just our steering angle going from 30 to negative 30 or 0. That's all that I'm doing here. Now that, I think we could just pop that into our target rotation. I think that's actually just ready to go. So, you know what? We actually just don't even need this. What we can do is car steering. This is the car drive, right? You definitely don't need a duplicate like I'm doing, but I'm gonna be doing it anyway. I deleted it even though I didn't need to. Forward. Oh, you know what? I don't need... Yeah, okay. It doesn't matter. Wait, it does matter. Hold on a second. I need that to be left button pressed or right button pressed. Or released. I need all of them. I need all of them to be connected. To evaluate that. To account for if I'm turning left, if I'm turning right, or if I'm not pressing anything. So I need that for forward and reverse as well. I mean, this is the first time I'm doing this too. Forward. Couldn't I just put all 4 of them into V1? It doesn't really matter though, since I could just add them together like I am anyway. You could probably just put them all into V1. But basically, we're getting. Yeah, this is just the drive value for the wheels. Don't really got to do anything too fancy with this. So what we're going to do is add a multiplication of V3. Apply to all of them. The entire value that they're sending out, we're going to multiply by V3. And so then that way, we're going to... wait. Well, yeah, whatever. Whatever. This one, we'll stick the flip-flop into the V3 out of all of them. So this is basically the thing that's going to be turning on and off the tank steering or the car, the drive and steering, actually. And I think the booleans are gonna work just fine. Like if you're multiplying it by true or false, it's just gonna be interpreted like 1 or -1. I think that's how it works. We'll find out pretty soon, but one of these is gonna be negative. So the tank, we're just putting by the negative of that value. So if this is true, the car steering is gonna take over. If this is false, the tank steering is going to take over. That's basically what's happening there. And so then if... Yeah, it's basically just turning them off and on with a multiply by 1 or 0. So if the car steering... This is the steering, right? Steering, left and right. That's the steering. We just want that to be in target rotation. Yeah. And then the drive goes into target speed of every motor. We want all-wheel drive. Okay, now time to see if it works. I think that's literally it. Let me in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I feel like this is overcomplicating things. Yeah, there's a little bit of a simpler way to do this stuff, but... Uh-oh, nothing's working. Okay, so you probably are not allowed to do what I did. and we can just send out a number instead. One or zero. So that way the multiplication should work. And that should also change the power switch, I think. I don't know. We'll find out. Uh-oh. Why isn't it working? Uh-oh. It doesn't it doesn't change the switch, so I don't know which state I'm even in. Oh, okay, there we go. The tank drive, the tank steering and the car steering is going on at the same time. What? And my car's driving in reverse now. What? Okay. Somehow I messed things up. Oh, you know what? I should have been paying attention to which way to rotate this stuff. Okay, both of my single axis joints are going the wrong direction. We can just go down there and rotate those. Like a dad. Hold on a second. I want some music. Okay. Device is interpenetrating. Or whatever the heck it said. Yeah, so if I press left and I press right, the car steering is doing what it's doing. It should be doing now. I press left, even though the tank steering is turning right. And that's because I'm a dingus and I inverted stuff. Yeah, I'm a real big dingus right here. What I want to do is times 0 minus... Wait, is that not the same thing? How do I do this? You know, I might just get a little bit lazy with this. Do a second flip-flop the other way around. That's it's such a lazy way of doing it, but I got it. There you go. So because these are opposites, only one of them is going to be quote-unquote on at the same time. And that's just going to choose tank or car. That should work. And it's not working. Hold on a second. I think I just needed to reset. Turn it off and on again. Nope. Weird. Now it's doing even worse. Weird. Oh, what? Wait, now it's working? What? tank drive's working. Hit the button. Oh, the car steering, the car drive is working. It's just like super low power. Okay. What the heck? The drive, the drive, the drive, the drive. Drive is down here. Should that not be... Should that not be adding 500? To the target speed? Or is that what's... I think it's because I'm putting in two different inputs here for the target speed, so the motors are being like, oh, which one do I choose from? Okay. So remember what I said earlier, how you don't need duplicates? If you're doing like literally the same thing, you don't actually need duplicates. I just did that just to show like there's a car system and a tank system. But really the forward and reverse is doing the same thing for both systems. So we can just get rid of the duplicate. If, you know, if that's actually the issue, the input stuff. We can just get rid of that. Which also means we can get rid of... which one is it? Forward goes here. Goes into both of them. We actually want that V3 stuff. To go in here. Just the steering expression. Oh my god, I'm probably just confusing the heck out of you. I was supposed to be showing you how to do this. I'm probably just confusing the heck out of you. So that'll turn off the tank steering. We don't need any of this. We don't need any of this. And this is fine. There's only one input on everything now. I think that's it. Forward and reverse is working fine. Our steering is car steering. That doesn't that doesn't steer very good because there's probably a lot of... Yeah, there's probably just more weight on the back end of the car, so the front end of the car is drifting a little bit. But it is car steering. So if I press the button, we still got the forward and reverse, but now it's tank steering. Alright. You still there, CG8379 Gaming? This is what you were looking for, right? It's a car that has tank steering with WASD controls, and you can push a button, and then all of a sudden it's a car. Right? Just left and right just turns the steering in the front, right? I think that's everything that you wanted. So let's get out of this. Take another quick look at what I need, what I don't need. Don't need this. I'm just using pressing button number 1. Although I guess if you wanted to... CG8379 Gaming, this was for you, right? So do you want to be able to like click a switch from your seat? Oops. Do you want to be able to like do this to change the steering? Or do you just want to press the number 1 on your keyboard? I could just make it do both. Maybe I can't. I'll flick a switch from the dashboard. Okay. Well, we don't have this anymore. So then basically you want this to instead be number 1, and this to instead be number 0. And then you can, yeah, you don't, I could just do this too, whenever you press, no, I couldn't do that before, never mind. So I'll just leave the power switch like that. No state. Just leave the power switch like that. Stick that into V3. Now I want the opposite of this. For this. And only this one. So no flip-flops. Let's get a math expression and do that. Okay, so whatever V1 is. Wait, if it's... should I even be using a math expression for this? If it's 1, I want it to be... I just want the inverse of this, so... should just be that. The absolute value of 0 minus... it could just be negative V1. No. It should be 1 minus V1. No, it should be 0 minus... What am I doing? Hold on a second. My brain stopped functioning for a little bit. If this is 1, then it's going to be 0 minus 1, which is negative 1. The absolute value of that is 1. I want it to be 0. So 1 minus 1. So I don't even need this absolute function. When it's 0, it's going to be 1 minus 0. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh my god, my brain just stopped working for a second there. That's how you just get the opposite of a 1 and 0 output. Put that into the V3 right here. What am I doing? I don't need a second one. Okay, that's the thing. That's the thing. So now I can't press 1 and 2 anymore. Right now I got a car steering. You can see no tank steering. Can I flick that switch? I cannot. I gotta get out of my seat. Oh god. No, not this again, not this again. You can't press anything while getting out of the seat. Holy moly. There you go. So flicking the switch. Our left and right is now tank and not car. Well, there you go. All right. Let's just take another look at what I'm doing here. Maybe organize this a little bit. So there's a left and right. Wait. This is the left and right. These are the left. These are the right. For tank. Tank. Come on, I want my sketch to look nice. What is this doing? This is tank steering, right? That's just tank steering. And this is tank drive. Maybe I can label it. Label it. Alright. And this is car stuff. Out of my way. And the drive is the same, actually, for the car and the tank. So I should just put tank plus car drive. Fine, I'll make it wider so you can read. Quit your complaining, my brain. That's not what I wanted. Can I just grab this? There we go. Same with this one. I want to see those words, those letters. Actually, I want to move them around. There you go. Line it up real nice. Well, so much for those comments. This ticker stuff. We can probably make this not so inefficient. And, you know, do it like we did over here. So that's just the 4 math expressions on top. Beep. Let's simplify things a little bit. Oops. So if you press anything, there you go. If you're... Oh, and I missed one. Backwards button released. Doesn't really matter. If you're pressing anything, though, that's going to tell the stuff to check to do what it's doing. That was good English that made sense. Yeah, we can use the relay for this too. Less lines, less complicated. Can I sneak this in here without making it worse? I think so. Yeah, whatever. I think it's fine. Let's see if I ruined everything. Looks like tank is working. Press a button. I can't press the button. I gotta remember it's a switch on the dashboard. And now it's a car. Yep, everything's working. Alright, CG8379 Gaming. I built the thing that you were looking for. I'll just put this up on the workshop for you. Save device as tank or car. Yep, sure. This should be fast. Well, what if I'm on dial-up? Huh? I just look for it by name. Tank or car. I'm pretty sure nobody else has named anything like that. Oh, that's right. Everything else comes up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, that's a cool looking tank. I think since I did the video on tank steering, a bunch of people were like, hey, I'm gonna build a tank. These are some pretty cool tanks. What? That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna look at it though. How the heck do I find or car? Really? Can I just not find, like, my own devices on the workshop? Huh. You can't see your creations in Discover? Okay. Just copy the ID from the My Devices section. What is the ID? I don't see the ID. I do not see the ID. Unpublish it and republish it to find the ID? Oh, come on. You really want me to share the ID like that? Durf, the updated version has a controller and all the IDs are named. Oh, okay. Is it the same thing? Or do I just look for LED floor? I mean, it looks like it's the same thing. Is it updated? It doesn't say it's updated. What is it named? For Durf. You sure you updated? Would it be possible to build a sitting cat statue that plays random animations and things every once in a while? I mean, it should be. Let's build a cat. We're gonna build a cat. One thing about cats, they've got semi-spheres and semi-cylinders. Don't make a curvy cat, Durf. I will cry. It's not gonna be a curvy cat. I just wanted to do the cat legs. You saying it's updated? This thing's updated? I don't see the update. I can unsubscribe and resubscribe. It doesn't say that it's updated though. Solar panel. LED floor. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can try to spawn it in, but... It's the same. Wait, is it? Maybe it is updated. What the heck? Also, you didn't name it. You spent all this time. Don't spend time doing things for me when I literally didn't ask for it. Don't waste your time. You didn't name it correctly. The center tile is 0, 0. Also, you're one short on each side. Yeah, see, this is going like 10 by 9. My grid is 11 by 11. And the center, there's like an exact center to mine. The center tile is 0, 0, so it actually goes from -5 to +5. And same thing with the y-axis as well. -5 to +5. I could spawn mine in again to sort of show you. I mean, if you want to do that. And that's also why you see mine, the LEDs go off the side like this. They're right on the edge. 5, 0, 4, 0, 3, 2, 1. This is the 0, 0 tile. That's -1, 0, -2, -3, -4, -5. So from -5 to +5 on both directions. So the entire surface is going to be filled up. That's why I wanted to hide things underneath here. I guess you can just put the GPS on the 0, 0 tile in the corner. I suppose I could, but I'd have to change the program to, like if you see here, I'd just have to change these numbers then to go from 0 to 11 and from 0 to 11. My only point is that if you shouldn't be wasting your time doing something without understanding this, I guess, right? I was working in my head. I was working from the names to be from negative to positive, and the reason why I did that, if you remember the graphing calculator thing that I showed earlier, I'm just doing the transformations relative to a point in 0, 0. So it's not a problem to like basically work from a bunch of points that are farther from 0, 0. I don't think it really matters, actually. It's not going to be like more performance heavy to just calculate the distance from other points or to do the transformation. It's going to be the same thing. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. I was just starting from -5 to 5. So it's not the right size anyway, though. I would still have to take this and add more lights to it. And probably the biggest thing is that it's not centered, right? Like this one, I'm going to take... Which one is it? I'm just going to take it apart for the time being. Just to show you. The very first light that I put down is right here. That's in the center of the giant square. So it's off grid, so to speak. I mean, I guess I could also change... I could just rewrite my program. Put the GPS in the corner and just work with a smaller grid. I don't have to do such a big grid. I could literally just make this any numbers, like from -2 to +2, right, for a 5x5 grid. So yeah, the offsets, it doesn't really matter either. Whether it's even or odd, doesn't matter either. I could just change the numbers. Meh. I think I'll get back to it at some point. Because, like, I'm still stuck on the issue of... I probably need to do something like... like this. And then instead of... Gosh darn. Well, no. Hold on a second. Yeah, I think no matter what... Oh, jeez. Oops. I think I deleted something. I wasn't supposed to. You know what? Just get out of that. Did not save. Good. Yeah, the problem is that I only have 8 outputs, and I want to control... the way that I set it up right now is it's going to be 121 different LEDs. Probably taking up all this space. So I definitely need to cut it back a little bit. I'm probably just going to go down to 8x8. Then it's going to be a little bit easier. Then I could just use all 8 outputs instead of splitting it. Like each of the 8 outputs is going to have in itself 8 different outputs. So I'm going to need 64 of these anyway. Or, well, this is currently 7 lights. So I'll need 8 stuff like this duplicated around. It's going to take up the entire space. But I should be able to do it if it's 8x8. All this stream about Disco Floor? Not the entire stream. I don't know. Do you guys want to see me finish the Disco Floor, or should I try to build a cat? Check the controller. What for this? Oh, you already did it. See, now this is useful. We don't need this in here though. Don't need the controller there. But this is actually useful. Yeah, I can see now I'm seeing the value of all the work that you put into this. Okay, so if we're starting on 0, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we can let's maybe go just with the 8x8 then. So we don't actually need anything with the number 8 in it. Or higher. How did I not select the top there? There you go. Yeah, from 0 to 7, that's 8x8 lights. Alright. That's kind of a pain in the butt. Such a pain in the butt. How do you do a module? Also, I've rearranged the lights now. This is such... 4-3, this is 4-4. Stick it in place. This is 4-5, stick it in place. 3-5, stick it right here. Are they overlapping a little bit? Is my brain... Why are they overlapping a little bit? Oh, you didn't build on a 5x5 meter thing? Oh no. No. So this is fine though. All of them have to be repositioned though. Well, I mean, hold on a second. So these lights are not needed. The LEDs are gonna have to be repositioned anyway. Yeah, no matter what, it's not okay. It's not. I built this on 5 meter by 5 meter thing, and that was like the perfect way to do 11 LEDs that are each 1 meter. When like this one's like half off. If I wanted to make like a repeatable thing, like a copy paste thing, I would remove one LED from this side and the top, so that you can like take a duplicate of this and put it right next to it, put it on top, and just keep on building a giant floor of these stuff, because like it overlaps a little bit, right? So this, on the duplicate, this overlap would go on top of this spot right here. That's why I would remove the top and side. If we were doing an 8x8, which is just, this is 1 meter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Wait. So 4x4. Just get rid of some of that for the time being. This is 3, 4. I mean, they're all overlapping just fine, but the overlapping is not good. So let's take this one and fit it right on the end, like that. It even shows the grid lines for how the LEDs are supposed to go. And that's gonna end up fitting perfectly. Yeah. Like that. So no matter what, the LEDs have to be repositioned anyway. But like especially this is exactly what I was looking for. This monstrosity. And you can see how much space it takes up. It doesn't leave me much room to do the rest. I was thinking about, like, how do you do a module in the game? I've never actually worked with modules before. So I might need to do that. Because, like, there's valuable stuff in this controller, which is basically all these. I don't want to have to drag them out of here and put them down myself. And there's also valuable stuff in this controller, which is basically the Lua program. I guess I could just copy it from here and put it into the other one. Yeah, I can't copy all of those LEDs and put it into this one. I gotta remake the Lua program in the other one. And then this stuff I gotta remake, which isn't... this is not really... Yeah, it's not... Meh. We'll see. The lights were positioned normally, but I shrinked X and Z down by 1. You can move X and Y by 1. It remove overlapping. Yeah. I know that. But I don't need such a big chunk then if I'm just working with 8x8 lights. Like this 5x5, it was going to be completely covered by LEDs, no overlapping. I mean, the LEDs are going to be going over the edge on every side. If I'm working with a smaller grid or something else like that, I don't want any extra cube showing from underneath, because I also want to be able to test if I can have 2 of them in the world. Just like this. 2 of them. So that one of them's already kind of lagging my game. Two of them is very much lagging my game. Alright, so maybe you wouldn't have two of them. But just so that it like looks nice, you know? I want it to be flush with the edge of the thing. So the new size has to be 4x4. I think I'll be able to use this anyway. I just gotta reposition each light onto the grid. Eh. This is gonna be harder than it needs to be? What do you mean? Look, if I mean, I did increase the width to 5, but then there's a gap. There shouldn't be a gap. The width is fine. But the placement of the tiles like this is not fine. Plus, I don't want to use the thing this big anyway. Also, I wasn't looking at chat. Do you guys actually want to see this or the cat? So all these lights are gonna go. They're all gonna go. You say floor? Durf, how do I stop my dashboard from being inside of my frame? What? I don't know what that means. Oh, now a couple people are saying cat. It's just like a sculpture build. How do you build cats, though? Really? Really, I can just say... No. There's no triangle. Maybe basic. Nah, not cones. Maybe ramps. Maybe wings. Let's see how the ramp does. Oh, you know what? The ramp's gonna go perfectly. I just need to rotate it like this. Let's leave it there for now. Stick a cube right here. Shrink it down. There you go. 2 cubes that I can stick this onto. I think I ended up building a pig. Or something, I don't know. How did I not position this in the center? That's the center, is it not? There you go. Alright, now, cat eyeballs. Cat eyeballs. Or cat nose. Cat noses are kind of like triangles, right? We don't need any of this stuff. I went with the loaf design this time. cat eyeballs. Eyeballs of a cat. Cat eyeballs. Eyeballs. Am I gonna get crazy with this? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how crazy I can get with this. This is not gonna be scalable, is it? Not the way that I thought. What about? I don't think I can scale this the way that I think. Nope. Semi-cylinder. Yeah, that's... Let's get this and see where we're going with that. it's Where's my lasagna, John? Give me some lasagna. Is there like a really small piece? Really small piece for like the eyes? Like a pupil? No, it's definitely not. Definitely not super small. I'm looking for something super small. I might even... I already have a semi-sphere. How... Wings... Maybe this or this? Let's see how small I can make it. Let's see how far I can push it. Let's see if I rotate it. How the heck does this, oops. There you go, this is the rotating that I want. Rotating two axes at once like this is kind of confusing. There you go, this is what I wanted. There you go, something like that. And it's gone. Can I put it anywhere else? Oh, wait, I can. How do you do disable grid? There we go. Right. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta get this position just right. Pupil. That's a pupil. A green pupil. Problem is, everything else in the cat face. I could just put like another semi-cylinder and like move everything out farther to like hide the rest of the pipe. I don't know. Maybe I decided against pupils. Is there another shape though? It can get like even smaller. Maybe if I like hid a giant wing on the inside. just the tippity tip. I don't think that's gonna work. I'm pretty happy with the cat so far. There's no like orange color. Everything's gonna come out red. Maybe let's just make it a black cat. Maybe a gray cat. Too bad I can't like get this orange color on everything else. The smaller ears kind of look even better, I think. But let's see what I can do with another wedge. No. That I messed up. All right. The red color is actually orange? Yeah, but... Well, where's this yellow color from? Right? How do I make it... I'm talking about the rest of my cat body. Because, like, I want the nose to be orange. Or red, or whatever color that is. There's just not enough paint colors. I guess we're going with gray. Oops. Nah, I changed my mind about that. Hey Durf, the overlapping problem was fixed. I did, like, you make me nervous. You're putting in so much work. It doesn't look like it was fixed. It does not look like it was fixed. It really... All I had to do was extend X and Z by 1. This... Alright, I'll get rid of it. I mean, unsubscribe and resubscribe. Maybe that's the issue. But I don't think that you understand what I actually need. So, like, that's why I don't want you to do work that you don't have to do. Okay, this does look like the overlapping was fixed, but the problem is that I still am not going to go with this many LEDs. This is a larger grid. So when I get rid of this top row and these two right side rows, there's just going to be extra cube showing underneath. Same with this section at the bottom. I wanted to just build a nice, like a nothing but LEDs showing on top. That's what I wanted. So that's why I'm saying, like, don't, you know, you're... I guess you have nothing better to do, but, like... Come on now. Yeah, so, like, even if, you know, you can't get rid of this extra cube on the bottom unless you shrink it. But then... shrinking it to 4 meters, they're overlapping, which is, you know, you gotta reposition them. And that's what I was doing over here, right? So, like, getting rid of these LEDs... I resized the cube to be the correct size, and now I just gotta put them, there you go, in their spots, like this. Oh, that's not the right spot. So yeah, a 4 meter by 4 meter cube will fit 8 LEDs up and down. Measured just right. And we also got to get rid of these ones. Just the LEDs from 0 to 7. This is exactly, like, this is fine. This is exactly what I'm looking for anyway. You don't really have to try to fix it. It's just a slight reposition of the LEDs that I'm going to be using. 7 to 7, 7. Yep. So 7, 7 is going to be right here. Just like that. Durf, I added thrusters to the FPS drone. Now it's quite fast. Nice. Nice. What are you building anyway? What, are you talking about this or the cat? My loaf of a cat? Let's get, well, let's actually shrink that down a little bit more, because I can always use more semi-cylinders if I really wanted to. Let's put a cube down at the bottom. Shrink it down. Because now I can do what? What am I doing? How do I give this cat some booty? I don't like this double axis rotating thing. It's really confusing to my brain. Well, like, why can't I just do it one at a time, you know? So something like that. Oh my god. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I shouldn't build a cat like this. Let's just go with something simpler. Let's just go with something a little bit simpler. Modern art of cats, not what I did before. Jeez. Rods. We're gonna be using rods. Yeah. 6 or 7? 7? Maybe just lots of 7. Jeez. Thanks for the re-membership. 26 months. You're a legend. How do I do... Well, whatever. I think it's fine. We just add that onto that. Add that onto that. Rotate that. Add that onto itself. Rotate it. Actually, we can rotate them any which way. Okay, you know what? Does not look like a cat tail. Let's go with 6. I don't want it to look like too much like a mouse tail or anything, you know? And then maybe 7. What's the scale I used? 50? It's kind of looking kind of mousy. Maybe I'll just go with another 6. 6? Just the rod 45 or whatever. It's 6 on my hotbar, that's why I'm saying 6. Yeah, that's all right, I guess. Definitely can't cap off the tail. First you're giving him cheeks, now you're giving him rods? I mean, I don't know. What? Somebody said build a cat, so like this is the simplest cat that I could think of building. Speaking of cat, I got a cat pawing at my door. They're gonna get in here just to realize I'm streaming, just to be like, oh, you're not gonna play with me? I don't know if you guys could hear that. But yeah, now one of my cats is in my room just meow. You know, I could give this cat some legs. I was thinking of doing like a lying down cat, so that's why I went with like the loaf shape. I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing this. I could just stick some pipes. Some rods. There you go. There you go. It's a cat. So not a cat. Meow. Meow. I mean, I was thinking more of like a lying down pose where I got rid of my I got rid of my half rods or whatever they're called, semi-cylinders. So if I had a semi-cylinder like this, it's gotta be wider. Yeah, so if you just like ignore the stuff at the bottom for the time being, just pretend that these are the cat's paws and it's lying down. I was really looking for like something a little bit more just a lying down pose, and then I would have to, you know, do some legs on the sides. Cat with 6 paws, maybe. Let's make 2 cats. Cat 1 ready to go. Yeah, okay, that's how I should do it. All right, let's get that back out. Let's get this on here, rotate, 180, pick it up, rotate 180, and get this right on up in there. Look at that cutie. Oh, they're popping out here on the side. Cutie patootie. But let's change those paw positions back outwards. Oh, that's kind of weird highlights that happen there. All right, now let's get those back legs. Yeah, just get rid of it. Herm. Let's put, yeah, just do another cube thing. Maybe stick it on this cube? That might be the way to do it. So bring that back down. So my cat's gonna have a bottom, a belly. Now whatever I put on this, I just raise it up, and that's gonna be my cat's leg. Is there like let's just take a look at the basic structures. Round cap, I think that's what I'm looking for. Maybe. It's much bigger than I thought. Ooh. And I can't, like, change how it's scaled either. But if I put it like that, get another one, this might work. First try. And then if I stick, I guess another one of these. Let's get these out of the way for a little bit first, so that I can stick a cube in here. So that I can stick one of these on that. Yeah, we'll just leave the same length. And then I bring this back in. 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 We'll leave it at 10 degrees, I guess. I mean, I could always push the cube in, too. Did I say degrees? I meant percent. Let's just see how that looks on the right side. Or left side, whatever. God, my English is gone. Kinda very wide looking. I probably need to move it all in, so. All of it's in. The cube, too, has to go in. There you go. There you go. Don't know what to do about the butt. I'll do something to the butt. Don't take that out of context. I shouldn't have gotten rid of that. Yeah, this was so pointless to do. Just gonna stick it here anyway. Like that. And then one of these. Stick it out here. Get one of these. Stick it in the same spot. Up here. Go in. Go in. Go in. And up you go. Alright. Cat's looking pretty good. Now what do we do about the cat butt? Probably that round cap, right? Again? Give him a nice... stick it in there. Well, gee, now I don't want to... Let's shrink this. That might have just worked out. Maybe a little bit longer. We can also increase this, just to move the legs back. Now it's... the corners are peeking out. This is kind of exactly what I wanted, except for those corners peeking out. So the way to fix that... we'll just stick him out some percent. I'll worry about it later. Some percent. Some percent. And now we can just shrink this like that. Now let's get... Where do I want this? Where do I... I think it was fine the way that it was, actually. %? No, I made so many mistakes. I regret all of them. Push that back out. Shrink it down. Get everything in all the way. That was easy to do. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't have to be. What if I do... Yeah, no matter what, there's gonna be a little bit of a booty sticking out. Oh, that's already as far out as it's gonna be. Bring that booty in just a teensy bit. Alright. That's pretty good for a cat, I think. The offsetting sound kind of sounds like a cat purring. True. Alright, well, let's save this then as cat 2. There you go, the photo of a cat with nothing in the background. Alright. I'll just put those on the workshop for the people that want cats. you gonna look at community creations now? Sure. Copy ID? Nah, you just look for cat 1. Cat 1 and cat 2. Also, it's pinned, so you gotta unpin it if you want it to just flop down and around. Look at this cute little guy. Stick him on this car that I built. Nice. Okay. Yeah, if you guys got any community creations. Stream has been going on for over 2 hours. Really? I've been having fun, so time just flies by. I mean, while you guys are telling me the name of something to look up... Uh-oh. I'll just be filling out these LED tiles. Or if you want me to build something else. 8-hour stream? Oh gosh. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, it's oriented like... Wait, what? These LEDs are named wrong. The X and Y is different. Oh my god, it's gonna mess with my brain. It's like YX, not XY. So then what about in here? Yeah, you're doing it... Why did you do it this way? Why is the Y first here? Ah! It's gonna mess with my brain. I mean, I'm moving all the LEDs anyway. Maybe I could just move them again. That's probably the best thing about this game is that you can... Like, if I really wanted to, I could just stick another cube on here and move everything onto this cube. Which I could do if I just pretend it's rotated the other way, right? Then I just gotta move everything over here, like mirror image. So then it would be X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that doesn't really help the situation in here. I have to like tilt my head to the left. Jeez. How... Like, you tried to help so much, and I definitely appreciate that, but, like, my goodness. So much went wrong with this. I don't know, maybe I can just see if it even matters or not. Maybe it doesn't matter. Or like maybe I can fix it with the program. Where I do down here Because, like, you see I have floor YX, like this. Maybe I just do... Instead of YX, I do XY. 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 Oops. Like that. What? That doesn't, no. I'm thinking nonsense. Because, like, either way, I still have to... Ah, my brain, what? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. If I did that to the code, Y is X and X is Y. And I also changed the numbers. I mean, these are just labels in the end anyway. I don't know, maybe I can still use it. This is, something to delete. Delete this stuff. Hey, Wade the Scrapper! Good to see you. Alright, and the controllers are under here? Yeah. See, the part of the problem with this, like, I can't just flip XY like that without also having to rotate the directional indicator. That's kind of a problem. If I rotate the directional indicator, then it's not gonna work anymore. Or, like, it does work, but, like, it's offset by 90 degrees. So if I move left and right, the thing thinks I'm moving up and down. You posted another pic in Discord? Well, gosh, now I gotta go check Discord. What are you making me check in Discord? Does anyone have a fix for my headlights? I have no idea what's wrong with your headlights anyway. I literally don't know what's going on in the picture because you named, what is that, a switch? Is it an LED? No, it's a button, right? No, it's a switch. I don't know what... You named your switch headlights, so I don't know what what it actually is. Whatever, I'll check it out later. Is there any devices that you guys want me to actually, like, download and play with? Something that you built? I think I'm gonna move these LEDs. I mean, if you guys don't have anything that you... Look at the latest ID in the Plasma channel. Oh my god, you guys making me hop back and forth from Discord. Where's the laytest ID? Just tell me the ID in the chat. Why? Stop doing this to me. I'm just gonna work on these LEDs until I see like a name of something or an ID in the stream chat. I'm not looking at Discord anymore. I usually try to look at Discord like, okay, there we go. You'll usually like look at Discord or whatever to like form a list of stuff that I'm going to do on stream, and then I don't look at Discord while I'm on stream. So this is much find by ID. Much better just for me to read the chat. Fine. A recreation from the ball bot from the game's trailer. His legal name is 07, but his friends call him Hex. He might be Webster's, long lost brother, what? On top of his head there's a little hole. Okay. The ball bot is a ball bot. That's the head. Why can't I dock? I was too far. No, why? How do I use the... How do I use this? This looks really cool and I want to use it. How do I use it? Hold space. I'm holding space. No. What does holding space do? Oh my god. Okay, seriously, how do I use this? Then you turn into ball form when you hold space. Okay. And I see that, like, orients me mostly upright, but, like... Can I actually drive it around? Or is it just... Is this it? Look at the oh my god, you guys. Can't you just tell me the instructions? This is so frustrating. Just... I'll look at the instructions. I mean, I already did. There's a little hole. Look into it and press F. Hop into the docking, blah, blah, blah. Like, what instructions, man? This is so frustrating. What instructions? The instructions literally don't say what to do. Even the hold space thing wasn't there. There was no scroll on the instructions. I cannot scroll. Maybe there is more, but there's nothing I can do. Check the sketch, maybe. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, there's nothing here that, no text or anything. Just a sketch. Okay, whatever, press 1 to turn on follow mode. Okay, so I gotta dock it. Press 1. Finally. So, can I get into it now? Can't. Now that it's actually upright? There we go. I have no idea. I'm just pressing W. I have no idea. Is this going straight? Well, that's one way to use it. It also seems to just stop after a while. Like I'm holding W and then it just stops. Seems to curve to the right too. I'm just holding W. And it's turning. Go back. I'm not sure what's going on with the right side there. Like it's heavier or something. Go! 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 Why did it just stop? That's so weird. Turn. Turn. Go this way. Don't turn away from it. I think every time I press A or D, the W control just stops. Right? Because I try to adjust my steering, but then it just doesn't go forward anymore. This is pretty cool though. This is another thing that makes me wish I had like a touchscreen tank turret control thing on the inside. No, don't go into a ball again. No. Now I'm not gonna be able to get back in you. No. Why does it do that? Ah, there we go. I managed to get it. It takes a little bit of finagling to hold spacebar. It really just wants to run into that tree. Just put it into follow and let it get up on its own? Yeah, but then it's a pain in the butts to get into the seat. Hi Durf, it's Marco, one of the devs. Hey Marco! Good to see you. You made it. Did you see I finally did some Lua programming? And I built a cat. I'm gonna commit a crime. Did you do Lua or LUA programming? I did. What would LUA stand for? Wait, doesn't Lua actually? Lua's an isn't Lua an acronym? I don't know. Frankly, I don't care anyway. Because like I think maybe the coding language that I'm most proficient in is JavaScript. Although I've coded things in so many languages, it doesn't really matter at this point. It's all the same to me. But yeah, where I'm at so far is using Lua program, and I made all kinds of functions. It's for that color changing floor tile thing. That, because I don't know if you know, Marco, if you've seen everything that I've done with the color changing floor tile thing. But I had a couple of attempts at it. The first one was way too laggy. Where even is that? This one down here? Way too laggy to try to do too many duplicates of GPS stuff. The second attempt was over here, which was much better. But it's still no Lua. And it's all of this is for one light, one LED. So like that's not good either. But it is doing the hue changing LED in a much better way. It is more efficient, but yeah. So I'm not sure who it was that suggested to do it in Lua, so that's what I'm doing here. So I have the function just to change from HSV to RGB. Really, it's just hue, though. I don't need the S and V. I don't have the calculator anymore to show you. But this is a function to transform the points. Like if I just put in an XY coordinate, it should sort of like rotate the point around the center 0, 0 by a certain amount of degrees, which is given by the directional indicator is what I'm using. So basically the center LED is 0, 0, which is really easy to get the distance and make it change color. I don't need to do anything to it. and that's where the GPS is. There we go. But for every other LED on the grid, there's like an offset, and that's what I named them, like 10, 20, 30, and negatives as well. So for that, if I, pick it up, rotate it around, that's at a different GPS location than where the GPS actually is. So I basically take 10 and, apply the transformation to that GPS position based on what the directional indicator is saying. So if we're rotated 0 degrees, it's just +1 on the x-axis. If we're rotated 90 degrees, it's +1 on the z-axis, because y is altitude. But that's what that function is doing. This function. So then there's a function to get the distance, and then my looping function is just called do it. Every time I say do it, I make the entire floor in a matrix, an array of an array. Where I'm at right now is I actually want to do. Well, I'm actually just gonna output floor, the entire floor in a single output. Instead of 8 outputs, or actually, I think what I decided to do instead was just do an 8x8 floor. Boah. Hold on a second. I mean, if there's anything that you guys want me to check out, just tell me the name or the ID to look up. But I think for now, I'm just gonna try to finish that LED floor thing. And I got this LED floor was nice contribution by, I already forgot their name. Geez, who was it? It was somebody in the chat. I already forgot who did it. Linden Fate. Durf save often because Lua is not stable. Yeah, I crashed my game quite a few times doing that already. Alright. Let's reposition these LEDs, because what they built was not what I need. Or maybe I'll just, you know what? Maybe I'll just reprogram my brain and go with it. So, I'm gonna resave this. Just LED floor. Lua 3? I think this is version 3 already. Save. So now it is mine. It is mine. Uh-oh, what is, which way is this directional indicator pointing? Pointing up? I think that should be fine. This, GPS... No, that's just a controller. There is no GPS. Alright, we'll just stick the controller right there. We need the GPS. Wait, is there a GPS? Also, I lost... Yeah, there's no GPS. I lost that, that LED. There we go, I can still pull it out. Good. GPS tracker right in the center of the 00 tile. Put that back to 0. All right. So that should be ready to go. Let's just save this one more time. Save before we do the big old task of, oops, not this. Copying all of this and then pasting it into here and crashing my game. Literally, probably gonna crash my game. Are you ready, kids? Alright, crash my game. Oh, it didn't crash. What? That's good. That's actually very good. Player position. Self position. Current direction. Yeah, that's all that I'm using. Function name. Do it. Do it. That didn't paste correctly, but whatever. The comments don't matter. So it goes tile position, direction, and player position. V1, V2, V3. Just like that. Alright, now let's stick all of this up here. Because I might have to use all of this space anyway. Alright, and time to make some changes. Before I do that, we're gonna save. I don't know. Just put a number 1 here so I know which attempt this is. Okay, so instead of negatives, we're working from 0 to 7. And we're also just gonna output... Oh wait, no, we can use all 8 outputs. That way I don't have to use a array splitter thing or whatever. Why did I do that? Let's do it this way. You know, so many times people ask me, like, how many languages do I know? And every time they've asked me that, I've always thought they referred to, like, speaking languages. But, like, coding languages is a thing, too. Typing all this out is also silly. I could have just done like a variable, like this. Like oops, I didn't mean to do that. But like this. So much typing for no real reason. Anyway, so this is gonna use all 8 outputs for floor X, the XY, YX. Maybe this is a good thing that I'm doing it YX instead of XY because of those LEDs being the wrong positions. It's just gonna do 0 to 7. Hold on a second. Okay, let's apply this. 0 to 7. But yeah, next time somebody asks me how many languages I know, and they're talking about spoken languages, I gotta say like 27 or something like that, because I can speak Canadian English, I can speak British English, I can speak Australian English, I can speak American English. There's New Yorker, Southern. So many Englishes that I can speak. There are a few things to unlearn if you do have programming experience. What do you mean? But it's quite similar to Python? Well, yeah, I've used Python for the game Roboco and like other stuff before Roboco. I mean, that's why I say, like, generally, I think if you have programmed or coded in a language, and like, how do I say? If you're like a level 1 programmer or coder, level 1 is you've just learned how to program, and you probably think that your programming language is the best because it showed you the capabilities that programming has. So like you develop this sort of like natural affinity for that language because that's the language that made you realize how powerful programming can actually be, how useful of a tool it is. So I would say level 2 is when you learn like a second language and you can actually see the differences between the two languages. And then you start to realize like, okay, so this is a tool for these purposes, and this is a tool for these other purposes. Both of them can do the exact same thing. Kind of like, I don't know, kind of like using a wrench, or like a plier as a wrench, and a wrench as pliers. Like, you can do that, but they're made for different purposes, I guess. And like, you can do both. You can unscrew a bolt with both of them perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, you might even prefer pliers. You might even be more proficient at using pliers when you should probably be using a wrench. So like, I would say there's like a different, like after you've like programmed in enough languages, you just start to realize they're all the same thing. They're literally all the same thing. You can do this, you know, whatever you want in them. It's an application of math, I think. And like logic. So like, it just comes down to how the language calls up those logic operations. You know, what's the syntax that you use to do a for loop or an if statement? I'm just happy that I'm not typing go to for, you know, go to a line number anymore. I'm just happy I'm not doing that. Anyway, this, if I'm doing Y and X, fluent in Scratch, oh my god. Try programming in assembly language. Yeah, so I think the LEDs are labeled YX as well, I think. Right? If it's going 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the second digit. And the directional indicator's pointing that way. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. The important thing in programming is the logic. I don't know. I don't think so, actually. I mean, yes, in a lot of ways. I would say that's true for, I guess, simple coding and stuff like that. But if you actually learn math in high school and college, learn as much math as you can. Learn how to do stupid things like this. Because, like, I'm not even... I wish I knew math better than I currently do. I think I don't know as much, like, calculus as I should. Really, I kind of want to solve the problems with, like, quantum physics, you know, not getting along with general relativity. But I don't know nearly enough math to even get started in that. But anyway, the point is, logic is definitely a very useful thing to have, but I think math is the more powerful thing to understand. You're not even gonna realize the logical things, like the logic operations that you can do, if you don't understand the math behind it. So this stuff for a point transformation is just trigonometry. It's just simple trigonometry stuff, and if you did not know trigonometry, you wouldn't know how to do this. Which, for the people that that haven't seen it, I suppose I'll just try to get it and show you. That calculator biz. The thing that I showed earlier. Right here. So what that point transformation thing is doing, I basically used the graphing calculator at Desmos to basically show what it is. So if you look at the green dot, it's it's like an LED at the point 3, 2. And then if the N over here at the top is like the directional indicator telling us how much the entire floor is rotated. So if we rotate the floor, that green LED is at a different angle all of a sudden. It's at a different point. That's what the points transformation thing is doing. So if we rotated exactly pi radians, it's at the other point, -3, -2. Right? That's exactly 180. 90 degrees over is half pi. Dang decimal, I don't know how to do half pi. But the point is, the green line is calculating the distance to the player, which is the blue dot. So anywhere you put the blue dot, we're getting like, this is the player position. The blue line is just the distance to the point 1, 0. You can sort of see like all of the other sort of basic points that I did. You can fiddle around with this too if you want and like change all kinds of things. The position for 3, 2 you can also change right here. Like any point transformation, you just do stuff. I should learn Desmos. It's just a graphing calculator. How you use it is actually really, really simple. I'm sure you already know how to use it if you know the math stuff behind it. Because like you can see here, this is just I and U is just stuff that I defined for. That's just the point position here. So if that is 3 and 2, that's the 3, 2. And G is the result, like G is the actual point, which is basically just taking the I and the U. We're doing some trigonometry to do the transformation based on what N is. N is the directional indicator stuff. It's a useful graphing calculator. Probably better than the one that you have in your pocket or backpack. Yeah. I mean, I can link this link. I can share it with people. I don't know. Ask for me for this in Discord if you really want it. But you'll be able to like make some of that stuff yourself if you want. So anyway, logic is definitely like very useful to do. I would say math is probably a little bit more important than understanding logic. Because like, yeah, you just need to, if you know the math, then once you learn the logic, you're just like, oh, okay, I'll just apply the math to this logic. A lot of this trigonometry stuff, like the thing that you just saw, for the people that know about the day-night cycle mod that I made for Scrap Mechanic, like years ago at this point, I made a modification to the shader file in Scrap Mechanic. So, can I actually do a thing? The sun's movement in the sky, at least for that old version of Scrap Mechanic, it wasn't actually a sun in the sky. It was actually a position on the sky's texture where they just brightened up the pixels. So how it moved in the sky was very similar to a point in 3D space going along the surface of a sphere. So how I got the day-night cycle, like the sun to actually move in the sky, was just doing a bunch of math to say what the new point is going to be after a certain amount of time. And that's how I got that bright spot on the texture to move like a sun did. And I also added like a moon. I did this other thing that nobody ever actually saw, where I added a moon with a texture, which was basically removing the texture for a circle on the sky texture, and then for that same circle, putting in a moon texture. It was such a janky modification, but it ended up working pretty nicely, actually. To be honest, I think that was actually more efficient. Can it handle multiple points? Yeah. That's it. So, I have another YouTube channel for just Scrap Mechanic mods. That's what it's called. And on that channel, I did another sort of environment mod for Scrap Mechanic, which was the planet Namek for Dragon Ball Z. There was a series of Dragon Ball mods that I made for Scrap Mechanic, but one of them was the planet Namek. If any Dragon Ball fans know what it is, you know what it is. There's 3 suns in the sky for planet Namek, so I got 3 suns on that one. They don't move or anything. That wasn't like a day-night cycle thing, but multiple spots are definitely supported. I also thought about using that bright spot on the sky texture thing to like mathematically generate a star field, like just stars in the sky for the night sky. That didn't really pan out, and I just ended up using a texture for the nighttime version. That's kind of funny because the actual day-night cycle in Scrap Mechanic Survival, the sun doesn't move. Yeah, that's the thing that I don't understand. Like, the developer, they have access to their own game engine, right? They don't have to do any sort of, like, janky modification. Why can't they just move the sun in the sky? It's so strange. It's really, really strange. It also makes me think that maybe the shader modification that I made was better? I don't know. It's not that, like, performance intensive to just move a sun in the sky. So like I can't exactly tell if a shader mod versus programming sun position and stuff like that, I can't tell which one's gonna be a bigger impact on performance. Meh. Derp 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 derp. I need stuff. I need stuff. A good old relay. Nope. There we go. And this is going to be used for doing stuff. So that's going to be less connections that I got to worry about. Now for each of these lights, this is 8x8, right? 8x8? Yep. So for each of these lights, I need what this thing has, which is a vector decomposer to get the RGB, color composer to compose it into RGB, to stick it into the LED. So these two for each LED, and then maybe another array decomposer for the second dimension of the matrix. So let's go vector decomposer, which is really just an array decomposer with only 3 outputs. So that's why I'm using it. I don't know if it's even the proper thing that I should be doing. And color composer. Red, the green, the blue. And then all the way from that relay. Well, yeah, we send it into the decompose and compose. Oh my gosh, what a pain in the butt. But let's see. How am I doing this? It's floor YX, which is exactly how the LEDs happen to be lined up now. YX00, YX01. Yeah, that's the way that it is. I got 8 outputs. I think I need text array decomposer. I don't think I can do the number array. Wait. decomposes a text array into individual elements. This is gonna break my RGB stuff. I might be in trouble here. How did I do it here? Yeah, here I was just straight up outputting an array with RGB. So if I have an array of arrays, is it gonna decompose? Is it gonna get the array out of the array? Is Marco still in the chat? I might have a question. Probably do have a question. I think I have a question. We'll just try it and see, I guess. What is it? Y? Y is the first dimension. Yeah, so I'll work up vertically then. So I need 8 of these. One, two, wait. Buckle my shoe. I'm doing it wrong. One. Oh my god. Just connect the thing. Oh my god. Why am I failing at connecting a thing? There we go. So now each of these represents a row, I think. I also gotta send out the relay to decompose. It's not gonna... Is there any delay in, like, between these ticks? Because, like, when this changes, it's gonna send out the relay to decompose stuff. Is that gonna happen before the Lua program sends out the outputs? No idea. We'll find out, I guess. I think that's what the error was that I was seeing earlier. But, like, that happens for, like, one tick. And then later is ignored. I mean, could I not just get around that by sticking a relay on a relay on a relay on a relay? Just like I do for number logic. So now each of these is an array of 8. No, wait, these are all like floor Y. Yeah, so each of these is an array of 8 LEDs, which is the 8 LEDs going horizontally. And it's inverted. The top is on bottom, bottom's on top. Fine, let's just change it. This one should be on top. This one here should be on bottom. So second one, third one, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8. Alright, got a little crisscrossy right there. But that's the way it's gotta be. because of these LEDs right here. Okay, so now the first array, element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all floor Y, floor X. Yeah, so this should just be the same thing as what this thing's outputting. Yep. Alright, let's see if I can even use this text array decomposer. We need... eight of these. Is it gonna fit? Maybe it'll fit. Relay, decompose. Compose. I really don't know about the timing or how any of it works. Element 1. That's the RGB. That's really it. Let's maybe move that. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, where do I put my wires? Yeah, I think that's fine. So the top row. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's only 7. The problems. Of not having enough space. I mean, I think I could always make space. I've got all this unused space down here. But I think the wiring might get a little confusing. I haven't looked at chat in a while. Is there anyone that actually wants me to check out their build? Anything that that you built you want me to check out on stream? You just gotta tell me. Okay, let's try that. And I can't fit that there. I gotta make some space. Just like this. My duplicating was a little bit cramped or something. There we go. Now there should be enough space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I gotta duplicate this 8 times more. Going down. To get a full 64 LED matrix thing going on. Oh, there you go. Linden Fate. You're sharing an ID. Let's check that out. First, I'm gonna save this. I'll come back to it later. This is 02 or something. I don't know. Alright. Challenge? What do you mean challenge? Is that a Etch-a-Sketch? No way, really? Hold on a second. Really? I'll check out your thing in a bit. I just gotta check out this Etch-a-Sketch. He's gonna fall down? I wanna pin it. Boop, boop, boop. Where's the thing? Oh, there it is. It's actually an That's cool. Too bad you can't rotate multiple knobs at once. Because that's what the pro Etch-a-Sketchers do. If there was multiplayer, we could get someone doing some of this, and then some of this, and somebody else can do some addition, to make a circle. Very cool. Alright, find by ID 28756744751. Can you code it to work? What are we looking at? Just some wheels? Does it even have steering? What do you want? What do you want with it? I don't know what it's supposed to do. In my mind, you literally want anything from this. I don't know what you want. You say code the car to work. There's no steering, so you just want tank steering? Just try to code it to work. I don't think that you like fully wrapped your head around make it drive. There we go. See, that's a thing that makes sense to me. Cause like in my brain, it already works. What's wrong with it? For all I know, you already built exactly what you wanted to, so make it drive. I mean, I don't even have to add a docking station. Just to make it drive? I think you need... Obviously, it needs to become a teapot. Well, I mean, I could do that too. I think that's the... and make coffee. See, the thing is, I could probably do that in this game. You really need to be more specific. My brain can't wrap my head around what you actually want. What are these anyway? Headlight? I see why this is a challenge. Headlight 2? A light making... I see why this is a challenge now. You're just trolling. You're trolling. You were hoping that I wouldn't check these. You're a troll. You're hoping that I drag a bunch of this stuff. So the docking station isn't a docking station. Very funny. Very funny. I caught on to your trick. Yeah, but you need to remember the names? Nah, not really. I mean, what? Right side is front right, front left? So just front wheels and headlights is left side. It's not, see, front, right side, headlight, left side. And you said make it drive. Done. Oh wait, it needs to turn on, doesn't it? Why? I set the target speed. Is it just going really slowly and I wasn't paying attention? Yeah, it is. Or is it? I don't know. I mean, I'm physically pushing it. I'm making it drive. I mean, fine. I can just, heck? Well, now why doesn't it work? Is this not the default value for engines, or what? Oh, you know what? I'm, dingus. Continuous button output, I think. That's what I wanted. I'll just up this anyway. There we go. It is driving. Alright, I did the thing. I did the thing. I mean, if you wanted me to do something else with it, you really have to be more specific. I think I get that a lot, though, every time I play a scrap mechanic challenge. Like, in my mind, the person that built the challenge thinks that, things are so obvious, and it's, the player's just gonna understand exactly what to do at every point in the challenge. But that's because they're making it, you know what I mean? I want to give this stuff as much space as possible. So I'll just spread this out a little bit. But yeah, I'm the type of dingus that would totally make a teapot out of that car and make it make coffee. Alright, that looks pretty spread out. Why does a floor need logic? I'm making color-changing tiles. They change color. So let's get elements 2 into this vector. Maybe we can do a little something like this. Element 3 into this vector. Element 4 into this one. Element 5 into this one. 6. 7. Time to see if this even works. Well, I also gotta hook it up to the actual lights. And 8. This one. Oh my god. Sir, there's something weird with the positioning in sketches. Like, this is off-grid slightly, and then grabbing it again snaps it back into place. It's not really a big deal, but like you see, I can't straighten out that line. And that happens every time I select multiple stuff and drag it around. It's like one dragging doesn't snap to grid like the other type of dragging does. Oh, this one worked fine. This one, not straight. this one's also straight. I don't know how that worked, but it worked. So that's basically the connections that I gotta do. Now we gotta get a relay signal to each of them. Decompose. Compose. Decompose. Compose. Oh my god. Can I do this zoomed out? Maybe I need a higher resolution. Decompose. Compose. Decompose. Compose. Decompose. It's this one. Compose. I just got 4 more to do. Have you checked out my fan that I made in this game? Your fan? Alright, all the composing and decomposing is set and ready to go. Let's get those lines looking nicer. It's too bad I can't copy the connections. Like if I copy all of this stuff, it's too bad that it's not gonna automatically connect them to this relay thing that I just connected. I certainly wouldn't mind if it copied all of these connections as well, because like it's very easy to just delete them. It's more of a pain in the butts to go through all the individual connecting. So I want all of these duplicated, but not these duplicated. It'd be much better to just duplicate all of it and delete. Alright, so now this should be 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I just connect the lights now. Color. Like that. Gosh darn it. This is also going to take a while. But there's only 8 of them, so... that's the first color right there. Yeah, we'll just put it all the way on top. Oh my god, oh my god. Just trying to scroll. I don't want to accidentally delete a connection. I accidentally deleted connections by trying to scroll. Gosh darn it. The right click is deadly. See how you scroll like this by right clicking? If you accidentally right click on a line, bam, deleted. There really needs to be another way to scroll. Like if I could just use WASD keys or something, I'd much prefer that than accidentally deleting stuff. Also, hold on one second. That same cat is now done with their cat nap. They want to get out of the room. Okay. back to... God, I hope everything's still connected. What else did I accidentally right-click? You know what I mean? I'm gonna lose sleep at night over this. So I got the color in the first light. Color in the second light. Right click down here where there's nothing so far. If it's not already a suggestion in the Plasma Discord, anybody mind putting that suggestion for me to not have the the click and drag be the same thing as deleting lines, because so many people are gonna accidentally delete a line or whatever. I mean, maybe I'll just do it myself after the stream. I don't know if Marco is still watching the stream, so. People already asked about that, I believe. Oh, okay. Then I don't need to worry about it. Hopefully. Color. The fourth light. Move that up and out of the way. Durf, you can place the lights in between the color composers so you don't have to go that far. You know, yeah, that's very true. I'll do that for the other rows. No, I'm kind of lazy. I'm not gonna do it for this one. It's a lot of rearranging. Oh my god, did I accidentally delete another line? I right-clicked very close to one. Woo! I'm telling you, I'm paranoid. Come on. There we go. This color. This color. There we go. One more. And then I'll test to see if it's even working. Which should be the top row of lights anyway. And the final color. Alright, that's all of the first colors connected. I really hope that this text array decomposer works like I think it does. Otherwise, all of this was for nothing. And then I gotta find another way to output the information. Decompose stuff. I'm probably just gonna have to do the dimension, I don't know, an extra dimension of decomposing. Let's see what happens. Oops. Okay, they just go dark. I can't exactly tell what's going on. Just that red, green, blue is 0. The vector is blank. This is also blank. Why is it blank? Is this not doing the thing? let's just, this is the last one, right? Output 8. It's just not getting the array at all. Why is it not getting the array? Maybe it's these just these decomposers. They don't do what I thought they did. Because like in this one, that does work, but for the few lights that I put on it, I'm using 8 outputs for the specific lights, the individual lights. So like the vector that they're getting is this, which is already just the RGB stuff, right? And this just has to split into RGB just to put into RGB. It's kind of silly that I can't just put an array like this into one thing to list RGB, right? That would also be very useful. Much less stuff like this. Huh. So what am I doing here? Just output array. I think output array can't output an array of arrays. And that's a problem. That's a very big problem. So if I do that for the first light, nothing's gonna happen, but wait, you know what it is? Continuous output. I think I forget that all the time. I think I forget that all the freaking time. Alright, well now let's try this again anyway. So now my game did lag, and it got the array same as the other one. So let's go back a step, or 2 steps. And go floor n plus 1. See if we can output the array of arrays. Whoops, didn't save. Whoops, I didn't save. Why isn't there a save and quit button? There is, yeah, I guess you wouldn't be able to save a crash. Because the array decomposer takes a string anyway. Yeah, well, no. Yeah. No? I'm using vector decomposer to decompose an array of 3 values anyway. As far as I know, they do the exact same thing. Although I suppose a vector decomposer expects there to be numbers. Can you take a string of numbers and like pretend it's numbers in the sketches? I don't know. I don't know. Also sucks there's no autosave. Yeah, I mean, autosave might also be a problem too. Like if you save, if it's autosaving something that you didn't mean to do. I don't know, I think manual save is kind of better for something experimental, because it's not gonna automatically save something very broken. Right, then you lose the opportunity to like go back to the last working state. Durf, how late am I? We're 3 hours 40 minutes into the stream, and I got a crash, so I think I'm just gonna leave it here for today, folks. I might try to fiddle with this off camera, but I think I got other things to do too. The number of videos that I recorded and that I just did not edit, especially for Scrap Mechanic. Like, I actually have, I think, over a half dozen Scrap Mechanic videos that, from years ago, too. Like, from over a year ago, I recorded and I never edited. I just, I don't know. I just didn't like them. But I might go back to it or revisit it or something. I don't know. The Space Invaders things output string formats like XY. Yeah, so then what does it do to them? I don't know. I'll have to look into it. It's weird though that the game crashed from like, why couldn't it just be like an error, and why does it have to crash the entire game? What? Well, bye, Durf. See you tomorrow, maybe. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. I think I'm gonna take tomorrow to record something or do something else. So probably no stream tomorrow. But you can always watch this stream back, you know, start to finish if you want. There's some really nerdy stuff that I did. Anyway, thanks for all the likes and subs, and Yorit for the re-membership. Mucho apreciato. I think Plasma players are better than Scrap Mechanic players. Dare I say it? You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you guys some other time. Maybe Monday for a video. I don't know. Bye, folks. Have a good weekend. Bye.